Good evening and welcome to another edition of Kim's Corner. I'm Kim Brown, your host, and today I have with me Miss Kimberlee Williams and Miss Karen Brown. And how are you ladies today?
Fantastic.
And Kim is the CEO of FemWorks.
That's right.
And you are the Executive Director of Forward Ever
Sustainable Business Alliance.
So, tell us a little bit about you, Kim, and your organization, what you do. It's funny because I met you several years ago. I haven't seen you in a while. So tell us a little bit about FemWorks and why you're here today.
So FemWorks is a marketing and communications agency located here in the city of Newark. We're a full-service agency. We offer marketing, PR, event planning, professional photography, creative services. There's really nothing that we can't do when it comes to branding yourself, branding your business, and getting your message out there. But I'm really here today to talk to you about a real big project that we're about to launch on November the 2nd called TedxBroadstreet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, tell us a little bit about yourself, and then we'll get into TedxBroadstreet. What do you do?
Can I just say that my name is Karen Brown Stovell?
Stovell.
Yes.
I stopped at the Brown because I was like, okay, Brown, because I know you were a Brown, so let's Stovell.
And I actually am the executive director of the organization Kimberlee founded.
Okay.
And we are proud to say that we are the first urban affiliate of Bali, which is a huge nonprofit with a network of 80 plus affiliates, and we happen to be the first urban affiliate. And our purpose and mission and goal is to localize the economy, particularly here in the greater Newark area, to create a buy local precedence, local first precedence, and buy Newark precedence, and to support the small business entrepreneur by not just supporting them, but advocating on their behalf, educating them, connecting them, plugging them in where they need to be plugged in, and to market them so that they can have greater visibility.
Okay. Well, you guys need to market me too. I need some more marketing. So tell us a little bit about TEDx, because you were telling me about this big event that's coming up.
Yes. It's actually the first citywide TEDx event in Newark, New Jersey. And TED, for those of us that don't know, it's actually an acronym for technology, entertainment, and design.
Okay.
So it's all about coming together to spread ideas that are worth sharing. And so what we'll have on stage at Rutgers Business School on November the 2nd are people from our community, our neighbors, our community leaders coming out to talk about solutions to the challenges that Newark is facing. So we're not here to talk about issues or what the problem is, but we're here to uplift the people like you and Karen and other people who are doing amazing work in the city of Newark, but yet they're not well known. Their programs are not known to everyone. So we feel that if Newarkers just knew all of the amazing things that are happening right underneath their nose, they would get plugged in. And not only would they get plugged in, they would start to believe that their own idea, their own initiative can actually happen.
And you know, it's funny that you mentioned that, because Newark used to be plugged in. And I don't know who came and unplugged it. But, you know, Newark was very plugged in, and you knew what was going on, and everybody knew what was going around. It was a different time, and it got unplugged.
Yes. I mean, somehow we are New Jersey's largest city. We're an international city, but we only have one newspaper.
Yeah, well, we had two.
Yeah, and so I think it's those kind of things that.
And I don't think we're having the other one, because as far as I heard, that the Star Ledger was leaving, isn't it?
Well, that's what I heard too.
Yeah, that the Star Ledger was leaving.
Yeah, so it's a challenging time for Newark, but the great thing about TED is that it's a global platform. That means that what happens at this conference is not just about November the 2nd. We are capturing all of that good knowledge and all of those ideas worth spreading, and then we're sharing them on YouTube, we're sharing it on iTunes, we're sharing it on Netflix, so that this information can go not only around the city but around the world, so that other cities that have challenges like Newark can learn from what Newark is doing.
So is this event, is it going to be kind of like simulcast? It's
Yes,
going to
it
be
is.
all over?
Yes, it is. We have 3 ways to be a part of this event. You can come down to Rutgers Business School, Tickets are $40 to be in the live studio audience.
Now, where's their business school located?
It's right next door to the main branch of the Newark Public Library on Washington Street.
Okay, the
The
big new building that they have.
Yes,
there. Okay.
that has the
Little
stop
ticker tape.
ticker.
Mhm.
Exactly, exactly. So the address is 1 Washington Park.
Okay.
That's where the business school is, and you can come and be a part of the live studio audience. That would be awesome.
Mhm.
But there are 2 other ways for you to participate. We've set up viewing locations around the city where you can just drop in to the UVSO in the West Ward, the Unified Vailsburg Services Organization. You can drop into Bethany Baptist Church on West Market Street.
Mhm.
You can drop into North Bridges High School on Bergen Street. Or if you want to go get your hair cut and watch TedxBroadstreet, you can drop into Center Stage Cuts on Broad Street.
Okay.
And all those places are free. So that's the second way you can get involved.
Mhm.
Third is you can watch it online. You can watch it on your phone if you have, a smartphone,
Mhm.
or you can watch it on your home computer for free.
Okay. Now, who organized this TED event? Who's the
Well, we're the Wonder Team,
Mhm.
including FemWorks, the rest of our team, my business partner Tamara Fleming, who's the creative director, Davon Belfield, who has branded the event, and then we have an extended team of other residents who have just joined in to help us. So we have Icon Media that's doing our printing. We have David James that has done graphic design for me, Nicole Miller who has helped us coordinate our speakers, and the list goes on and on. And these are just folks that are in the community that know this is a powerful moment and they want to be involved.
So, and what role are you playing in it?
Well, we are the organizing sponsor.
Mhm.
So we're playing quite an incredible role, actually, focusing a lot on sponsorship and development and getting the word out as well. So anywhere there's a gap, we kind of come in and fill it in and help Kim out. I mean, we've been there from the very beginning, so I would like to consider us, as Kim has already said, sort of we're tag teaming, and we're there to support Kim.
I think the interesting part that this organization has played is really a convening role, because I think what sets Forward Ever apart from other business organizations is that we really know how to bring people together. So starting in March of this year, Forward Ever and FemWorks put out a call to the community that said, we're doing this amazing event, but it can only be as good as its best if you, the community, is involved. So starting in March, Forward Ever, including Karen and myself, had small group conversations with regular folks. We had at least 6 of them over the course of March to August. And in these meetings, what we realized is the community is going to decide what TedxBroadstreet is about. They decided what the topics are. They decided the theme, which is Reach, Rise, and Revive. And they decided who the speakers would be.
So you had a lot of community involvement.
It couldn't have happened without the community from the beginning to the end.
Now, is this the first time this project has been done in Newark?
So there has been another TEDx, right? So TEDx is an independently produced event. Now, NJIT has had a TEDx, and they call it TEDx NJIT, which is all about the university. The theme of their event has always been about technology, which we can understand. It's a
New
technology.
Jersey Institute of Technology.
Exactly. But this is the first TEDx that's about the community, and where it's citywide. It's not just contained at the university. Although we're being hosted by Rutgers Business School, it's not Rutgers Business School that's presenting it. The community is presenting it. And the topics are not just about technology, they're about community healing. It's about youth empowerment. It's about women in leadership. It's about the Newark brand. It's about economic inclusion. And all of these really powerful topics that didn't just come out of my head or Karen's head, it came out from these conversations from the community. They decided that in 2013, these are the 7 topics that are critical to our revitalization. And so it's the first time that is happening in North America.
Okay, so what are those 7 topics?
Okay, so you're gonna test me now, right? Okay, so let's get it. All right. So we have community healing. We have the Newark brand. We have women in leadership. We have youth empowerment. We have food access, economic inclusion. Look at you. That's got me. And sustainable neighborhood development. So some of the people that are talking, as I said, are folks that are from this community, that are business owners in the community, that are activists in the community. So for instance, we have a young woman named Robin Lee Butler. She's a resident of Newark, a graduate of Rutgers University here in Newark, and she's going to be talking about the Newark brand. And what she does as an entrepreneur, she does public relations. But what she specializes in is telling the stories that are happening in the community of just regular people that are doing extraordinary things. And because we only have one newspaper, those stories don't often get told. But she's taking it upon herself to tell those stories. She's taking the responsibility as an entrepreneur and as a resident to tell those stories. And she's going to tell us her story about why she's doing that. You know, how is she reshaping the Newark brand? We also have a local manufacturer that's in the city of Newark. His name is Mitch Khan, and he's helped to organize over 400 manufacturers in Newark. First of all, there are over 400.
Are there still? Because
yes.
We used to have a lot of manufacturing in the city, and then the riots came. You know, we had Westinghouse, and they tore that building down. I wish they would have left that building and put lofts. I always want to put loft apartments everywhere, and they tore that and it took them a long time because they built those structures so sturdy back then. I don't know what this crap is that they put up now, but I think they should have left that building up, you know, for historical reasons, and maybe turned them into lofts, just revamped it. It would have been so nice. So we don't. I didn't realize that we had a lot of industry that's still here because a lot of people left.
And they're still here. Those factories that you think nothing is going on in there.
There's something going on.
Something
like the clubs in New York,
exactly.
like a whole warehouse. And you go inside, there's a whole party going
there
inside.
There you go.
We're going to have to take a break and hear a word from our sponsors. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Hey, better watch Kim Corner. Don't you touch that dial.
The mayor of Newark must be mayor of every single person, every single family, in every single ward. Ross Baraka for mayor.
And welcome back, and I'm here with Miss Kimberlee Williams and Miss Karen Brown Stovell. Correct? Because I forgot to say Stovell at the end of her name. Are you hyphenated?
No, not hyphenated.
Okay.
Just
Brown Stovell.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So we were talking about when we left, you were talking about some of the manufacturers that are still here in Newark, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, we have Mitch Khan, who is a speaker at TedxBroadstreet. He makes Coach products. He makes Victoria's Secret. Coach.
Really?
Yes. Here in the city of Newark, Coach bags are made.
How come? Well, then this raises a question. Newark's unemployment rate is higher than the national average.
That's right.
Why?
Because we're not investing in the manufacturers. That's what Mitch is going to talk about. He's going to talk about the proven research that says if we grow our manufacturing sector, jobs will not be a problem in Newark, New Jersey.
So you mean to tell me that all these jobs are here and they're available, but how come we don't know about them?
Well, how come we don't know about most things?
Yeah. How come we don't know? Because we've been unplugged.
That's right. And this TedxBroadstreet is plugging us back in to the thought leadership that's right under our nose. And it's a perfect time for that because of the change in our administration.
Yes,
and
thank you. Thank you. We're having a change in administration. We just got to hold on a little longer.
That's
right.
right.
I also add that with regard to why, as it relates to manufacturing, the community, obviously if you have 400 or 300, whatever, plus manufacturers, right, you have these people, that community is starting to age out now, the people that are working there. So that study that was done by the Brookings Institute basically says these are the opportunities and these are our challenges. We have to get people ready to be able to step in and be the 21st century arm of the manufacturing
Yeah.
industry,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
And then we have to make sure that that information is readily available.
Yeah, because
And then the
people have to be skilled. They have to be trained. They have to. So does because I know they have what's that? I don't know whether they still have the mayor's office of employment and training. I don't know whether that still exists. I guess it does. I don't know. And then I know at unemployment they had I think they did have a division of the Moet in there. So do these counselors, do the counselors that are unemployed, do they know about this stuff that's going on in
You know,
Does
I
anyone
wish I had the answer. I don't know.
That's an excellent question. I haven't heard Moet in I don't know how
Yeah,
many years. Oh
I
my
guess
God.
Moet is still there.
Well,
but
it's
I mean,
the one stop now.
oh yeah, the one stop, and I know it's the one stop in unemployment. Do they know about this vast manufacturing industry that's going on? That's here, right under our noses.
Right under our nose. I don't know. But that's my hope with TedxBroadstreet, that people will know that this is happening. For instance, we have another speaker. His name is Tobias Fox, another Newark resident, who is a master gardener. And what he does, he works with senior citizens and with neighborhoods who want to have fresh food and don't want to have to pay astronomical prices for organic food. So he teaches people how to create community gardens. And he took it a step further and said, okay, all of these community gardens that are here in Newark and in greater Newark, how about if we all band together and create a coalition so that we can have a better chance of getting our fresh produce into the households that really need them. So he's an organizer of community farmers and making it possible so that people can readily access fresh food and it can be at an affordable price. And he's a one-man show doing this. But he's also, you know, obviously linked up with the city, also linked up with Greater Newark Conservancy.
Yeah, because they have a program that they have for children too.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, because Darren Sharif, when he did his, started some Newark initiative he had in the summer, and it was a fitness initiative. And they had them there, and they had some of the kids who were involved in that program from the conservatory that were growing, you know, their own vegetables.
That's right. That's right. Because we need access to fresh food, you know. And, you know, we call Newark a food desert, but there really is fresh food being grown here. But we just need to make sure that people can access it. How do we access it? So Tobias is going to talk about that. We also have Dr. Michelle Scott, who is teaching young people entrepreneurship so that there are youth in our community that literally have their own business. And she's giving them the support and the education that they need to start a business. One of her youth actually won a business plan competition where their business is notebooks that are custom designed, really cool, so that your notebook is not like anybody else's, and that's their business. And they're making money selling to their peers because they know that age group, you know? So we're talking about youth empowerment, and one of the ways we want to empower our youth is not only get a good education, go to college so you can work for somebody.
No, because, I mean, and I've always been that way, and somebody told me one time I was cynical, because at that time I was working in Shabazz, and I was talking to some girls outside, and some other teachers were standing there. I said, so what do you want to do? You know, and they was like, oh, I want to go to college. And I said, why don't you, you know, start your own business? And they was like, oh, you're such a cynic. I'm like, no, because that's the direction that they need to be going in. Because we've had enough of slavery.
Yes.
And that's basically what it's become now, slavery with the wages. And we need to encourage our youth to become entrepreneurs.
Exactly.
Sustainable.
Yeah.
It all goes
Yeah,
back.
because you get that business, but sustaining it is the key.
Sustaining it, being able to plug and play, and not just because you have your own business that you don't have to comply with anyone, because you have to get clients. You have to get clients. You have to maintain, you know, your taxes. You have to do the things that business owners do, and you need to be supported in doing so. And you need to know the steps you need to take in order to do them. So that's why you have organizations like ours, Forward Ever Sustainable Business Alliance, that can help you and guide you appropriately to the resources you need at the time in which you need them, at your level. So if you're at a you're here in your development and you're saying, oh, I'm thinking, I have an idea, there's a resource for that. If you're at the place where you're 2 years and your profit is 150,000, there's a resource to get you to the next level. It's not the same resource. You need to know which one you need to be at and how to navigate the terrain, and we're here to help you do that.
Okay. So give us some information on how we can contact you.
Don't you never ask. Forward ever, so it's FORWARD ever
One word.
NJ
Mhm.
one word.com.
Okay. And how can people get in touch with you?
Well, they can go to my website at femworksllc.com. That's FEM as in Mary, WORKS, LLC.com.
And then they can go to the TEDx site too.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you can go to the now. What's the TEDx site? Just,
The
they can
TEDx
just go
website
Google
is
TEDx or
TEDx
Mhm.
BROADSTREET. So it's TedxBroadstreet, all spelled out,
Mhm.
.com.
Okay. So this event is happening when?
On Saturday, November 2nd, from 9:30 a.m. to about 6 p.m. at Rutgers Business School on 1 Washington Park.
So this is an all-day event.
It's an all-day event, so you can come in the morning, go run your errands in the afternoon.
And then maybe go home, you can watch it, and then you can come back.
There you go. That's the whole
And tell
plan.
a friend, and because the key thing is it's going to be a good time for the community to be engaged.
Mhm.
You know, a place, if you will. We don't all go to the same church
Mhm.
or mosque. We don't all go to the same, parties, if you will. We don't all party.
Mhm.
But this gives us a forum where we're on neutral ground. And no matter what you believe, you can find a commonality.
Mhm.
Because again, this was produced, and I like to say FUBU because it is for us, by us.
Mhm.
Even though FUBU's no longer around, but for us, by us. So you had, as Kim has said, a community leader who's the block association person talking to the CEO of the United Way, engaged in a conversation about change. And they were so excited to be there, to the point where at one of the meetings the guy said, do we have to leave? Let's order pizza. They wanted to continue the conversation even after 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah, because I think there's been a lot of disengagement here lately in the past few years.
Yeah. And
And
people we don't all go to the same places.
Mhm.
So how do you get a chance to really hear what Mary down the block feels
Mhm.
if she doesn't know, Keith Green from the United Way?
Mhm.
And when Cornell Brooks from the New Jersey Institute of Social Justice, every picture I see of him, he's like this. He's completely engaged. He's not talking. And he is the CEO. He wants to know what they think.
All right. So again, this event is
November 2nd.
November 2nd.
TedxBroadstreet.com
Okay,
for more
and it's-
information.
And it's it's going to be right there on Broad Street, right next to the public library at
That's
Rutgers, at the Rutgers Business Center. And see, people need to know about your businesses and what you do too.
Yeah, we're
So,
all about changing the
Hopefully
community.
through Kim's Corner they'll get to know it, because the last show I did a restaurant segment, and they said the next day all these people came in because they had seen it on my show. So that was
Excellent.
wonderful for her business. Because you saw me there on
Yes,
Sunday.
yes.
That's where I spend my Sunday.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, every Sunday.
Where's that?
The X's
X's
Sports
Sports
Cafe,
Cafe.
the new
Sports
place
Cafe.
that just opened on, was opened by a sister.
Yes,
That's on
she
Green
came to our
Street.
she came to our meetings.
That's on Green Street. So I spend my Sundays there. We
Excellent.
have a chit chat
I
there.
just left her. I had
That's
to
right. You had a
leave
meeting
her.
with her today, and that's what we have to do. We all have to network,
Yes.
and we
stay
all have to
connected.
help each other because we all need help.
Yes, we
We
do.
all
Yes.
need help. Again, ladies, I want to thank you so much. I hope this program, I know it will be a success.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Definitely. So I want to thank everybody for watching Kim's Corner. I'll see you next time.
Fabulous.